Not only is it deeply offensive and cultural appropriation,
Hi lovelies and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I had to share it because this is actually trendy where these white women decided to culturally appropriate. And she got the message very clearly. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip. I saw some of these pictures I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that.
You just got your first full head of dreads, but your scalp is itchy.
it might be because you're not supposed to do that. Not only is it deeply offensive and cultural appropriation, also it's not good for your hair type. There are reasons why people with straight hair don't do this. Yeah, we really need to start listening to black people because they know what they're talking about. We don't. We're dumb. Clearly. Evidently. As seen in this video. I hope your hair falls out.
Look, I just need y'all to stick with me for a handful of minutes, because I can probably already guess what a handful of y'all are about to say. Oh no, not another white woman commenting on what another white woman is doing. Shut up and learn something. First of all, my credentials is that I have had a black woman as my best friend since I was a fucking toddler. Okay? When I tell you I was literally best friends with black women my entire life, raised by these women partially because they taught me way better and way more than my mama ever did. That's not me saying that, you know, oh, this is my past and whatever have you, but like, I was taught things. I was taught what hair means to black women and black people in general. Hair is important. Hair is their legacy. Hair is their heritage. Let me get off my soapbox for a second because my blood pressure's high. I would also like to say that what this woman has in her head are not locks. And please stop calling them dreadlocks. People don't like that. They're not dreadlocks. They're not even locks. They braided fake locks into her hair. So her hair is not even locked up. It's just braided. So, first of all, you out here looking stupid. Second of all, you want to know why your scalp itches? You want to know why your scalp is tender? You want to know why your scalp is going to be fucked up when you go to take these extensions out? It's because this hairstyle is not meant for you. It's not meant for you. I cannot believe I have to give a fucking genetics lesson here, but like, black people have a different kind of hair. Their hair has to be cared for in a particular kind of way, and there is such a thing as protective hairstyles. I don't know all of them, but I do know off the top of my head, like box braids and cornrows are considered protective hairstyles. And what you're doing is a really terrible knockoff of like box braids. And I just, have y'all not seen the other videos of women who go and get their hair done like what a black woman would get? And they go to take all their braids out, go to take all whatever have you out, and their hair is matted. It's tangled to hell and back. Because they take the braids out, they don't brush it, they don't detangle it as they go, they just take it out and jump in the shower. And their hair becomes a huge mat. to which you can go to a salon and pay someone like $200 an hour to comb that shit out, but your hair is damaged. A lot of the times they just have to shave their heads. So I don't know what y'all trying to prove at this point. Like, you know, oh, if black women can have it, we can have it too. You can't. You can't. Your hair is not built for it, and that's literally on a genetic level.
Pro tip, if your scalp is itchy and irritated because of something you did to your hair, maybe don't do it and or undo what you did to your scalp. I'm not even going to speak on this in a racial standpoint. Every time I got braids, my scalp was also itchy and irritated. You know what I found out? I'm allergic to it. It is not for my head. You know what I did? I never got braiding hair in my head again. It is so easy to just listen to your body. Say it's not that deep. I don't care. Your scalp is so obviously rejecting the dreads. I beg of you, please just take them out.
Okay, I'm here to save y'all some money. White people, when you get these braids and stuff and they start to itch really bad, just scratch them. You don't need all these fancy products. Just scratch them real hard. And don't worry if you start to see like white specks and stuff in your braids. That's perfectly normal, you know. Just scratch them as hard as you can. The more white spots you see, the better. You should have like little flyaways like this with the white on the end. Just scratch them so hard. I think you should do that. That's the solution to this. I get braids all the time. That's the solution to this problem. Just scratch them till you see those little white things start coming up.
I had to breathe when I saw the comment section for this stitch, which does not pass the vibe check. One, it's not just hair. And I know a lot of people will scroll past this point because they don't want to hear what I'm about to say, but you should sit and listen. Sit and be uncomfortable for a minute. I want the same amount of people in this comment section following this comment back. The same people who said it's just hair and she can do whatever she wants with her hair. Y'all better be supporting the Crown Act that blocks discrimination for natural hair on black women, such as my own hair, which are real natural micro locks. Y'all better be supporting that as much as you support Becky getting some faux locks. Because first off, her hairstyle is not dreadlocks. Those are faux locks. She had her hair braided and they wrapped it to look like a lock. Next, I don't like the term dread. Most black people that wear their hair naturals do not like the term dread. And for those that are like, oh, it's just a word, let's talk about the history, shall we? Because you know over here, it's facts over feelings. First off, locks have been around for over 5,000 years. They originated in Africa, not the Vikings, not people from Swedish. A lot of Vikings and people from that Scandinavia area actually got their braids from being voyagers and visiting Africa. Just so you know. I'll post that in a second, but let's look at this. Slave traders regularly shaved the heads of captives, and the term dreadlocks originally derives from the slave traders. Descriptions of afro-textured hair as dreadful after it had naturally formed into locks during the Middle Passage. For those that don't know what the Middle Passage is, that's the transatlantic slave trade, where they took African human beings, forced them into slavery and bondage, handcuffed and chained them in tiny itty bitty spaces in the bottom of a ship, as many as they could, to the point where they couldn't sit up or stand or even roll over for 80 to 100 days in the bottom of a ship. A lot of people died on the Middle Passage, millions upon millions. There are no numbers that are documented on how many were just thrown overboard after they died, or a group of them that got sick because they were laying in their own filth, that they weren't getting clean water or adequate bathroom locations. And they complained and called them dreads because these people were not allowed to bathe, comb their hair, detangle it. So because it became matted and they called it dreadful based on the environment they created, it stuck. Hair is a big part of our community. It is a huge part of our culture. In Africa, it denoted if you were part of the upper class. It could tell you what tribe you were from, what job you held. Just like Native, Indigenous Americans had power in their hair and didn't want to cut it, Africans felt the same way. And they could grow hair down past their butts. Thanks to the slave trade, all of the knowledge and wisdom of how to take care of our hair was partially erased. And it was shaved. Then it started to begin policing of it. Look up the Tignon law in Louisiana, if you're curious, to where Black women had to wear a head covering because when we did start to grow our hair back, it was too enchanting and white men would be distracted by it. So again, all of those that are like, it's just hair. She can have locks if she wants to. First off, stop calling them dreads, because that's offensive. It's derogatory. It's derogative. Please don't. They're locks. And if you're going to defend her, I need you to defend me being able to work and not be discriminated with my natural hair. So I hope your name is on some type of petition, because the Crown Act is not legal in all 50 states, including Georgia right now does not have protection under the Crown Act. And even though Texas has it right now, they still have let a kid who graduated high school not walk across the stage. They're kicking him and expelling him out of school because he has neatly done locks that do not violate the dress code, even though we have the Crown Act. So y'all better be defending that. If you're going to defend her, stand up for us for once. Okay? Let's do that. The popularity of the dreadlocks when you're talking about Bob Marley, do understand. I hope that y'all go watch the biopic about him. Those were a protest to the system. And it's hilarious to me. This isn't a hippie thing. This goes back 5,000 plus years. There is a history to this hair. There is power in our hair. It is not just hair for us. It's very disrespectful. And if you're going to wear locks, please understand the history, but more so, I need you to defend the rights of people who started. Defend the rights of the people who started this hairstyle and can't even exist with their hair how it naturally grows out of their head without discrimination. Do you see now why we might be just a little bit perturbed? Just a little bit? When y'all do it, it's cute and it's a trend. When we do it, it affects our livelihood. Y'all want to defend her? Cool. There better be the same amount of people looking up the Crown Act today and signing on a petition and reaching out to their local politicians and saying, why hasn't this passed? Why can't people wear their hair naturally and not get discriminated as work? And that includes locks, that includes braids, that includes natural hairstyles. We can't even wear our hair as it naturally curls out of our head without being discriminated against. And y'all want to defend this? Have the day you deserve.
Like, seriously, lovelies, first of all, this hairstyle is not for her hair. It's not meant for her. Like, in the actual sense, it's actually not meant for her hair type. It's actually not meant for her hair texture. There are some things that you people will just do. I don't know if it's out of ignorance or out of I just want to do it to prove a point that I also can do this, or I just want to do it because you guys don't have anything to say about it. I just want to do it because it's just ordinary hair and all of that. But without realizing this, damage something like this does to you. Like, just imagine You actually went out of your way to put on a lock that is not meant for your hair type, that will just end up, damaging your hair. Like this actually reminds me of a certain lady that actually trended last year. She is all out for, cultural appropriation. She went on bread, she went on box, like she was just all over, TikTok, appropriating, Black people's culture in terms of braiding all manner of, hairstyles. Until one day, she got her hair damaged. She had to come out and like, oh my goodness, I just got my hair damaged, and she ended up cutting up her hair. Like, why is it that you people will say that this is actually not meant for you? Just the same thing, I could actually understand, and I stand with this last woman that I stitched her video. There is something about natural hair, like there is something about natural hair. There's a reason why it's actually coils by itself, or it's actually tangle itself. Like my hair is something like that. I have a naughty hair. Like when I don't comb my hair, when I just use a finger kind of a thing to comb my hair, I have this coil, this natural locks come out. Like I use a finger to just do it. But if I use comb, I have to comb it out, and I end up maybe losing my strength. So because of that, I usually do not comb my hair out. I just use my finger to, finger comb it. So everybody should actually know what, he or she, or what she actually, deserves, or what is so good for you to wear. Now when you go to her comment section, I was actually, in her comment section, I was just reading through, and I saw a lot of, people, bank color people defending this, trying to tell her that, oh my god, they also wear our hair wigs and all of that. You can just do whatever you want to do. It's just hair. But without them realizing that there is something, there is a history behind this hair. And this history, Black people actually cherish it, want to nurture it. And when you guys try to like, appropriate this, it's a kind of a little bit of, I know everyone can wear any kind of thing, but there's a way it makes people of my, feel some type of way. Like we all have seen it explained in the video that this thing has to do with, 500 years ago, where some group of, slaves that was captured with, so without, proper taking care of your hair, combing it, detangling it, it has to like grow some certain locks because of you are not properly taking care of it. It's just the way that these slave people have been under, you know the shape, and being traded with months and years passing by without them properly taking their breaths, because the people that are their masters don't even take their bath, so they see it as a way, like it's normal for you not to actually take a bath. So without them, actually taking proper care of themselves, they begin to grow these locks on their natural hair. Some of them actually, have their hair cut off and all of that. And this is of a a part of a history that's, Black people cherish. And when you wear that locks, it's a signification, like it signifies something that's really happened in the past. It's a kind of a reminder of what the ancestors actually passed through. Like this is why you see a lot of, Black people actually wear it. It's a homage, like to pay homage or respect or something to what your ancestors have to pass through. That's why in today's, when you see a darker person, a black person wear dreads, like it's so cherishable. Like when I see someone with dreads, I look this person as like it's an ancestral stuff that has to do with a constant reminder of what our ancestors has to pass through for us to be where we are today. The kind of sacrifices they made, the kind of thing they have to go through, like it's just like an art, like you are paying homage to someone that actually, you know, sacrificed a lot for you. So when white people does this, it's now as if it's a mockery kind of a way. Maybe most of them that does that doesn't see it like a mockery or something, but it looks like okay, a mockery of okay. But when a black person does that, it's kind of a homage that you are paying respect or something like that to your ancestors for what they have passed through. So that's why it's as if black people get a little bit now they get offended when they see someone appropriating, especially the hair thing, because it has so many things to do with the constant reminder of what we have to pass through in order for us to for just being black. So I wouldn't blame anyone that is offended by it or any black person that see it in a sort of way because it's actually a reminder. And another thing I have to chip in is the fact that when someone like this wears stuff like this, it's just a trend. It's so beautiful, it's fashionable. But when someone of my type wears this stuff and maybe very naturally with your God-given natural hair, then it's discriminatory, it's offensive. You can't go to school, you can't even get a job because of you can there's a kind of interview you can't even go. But so why all of this? Why is it so? Why is it that when people like that wears it, it's trending, but when people of it's become something that oh my god, because I could remember a video that I posted that's about 3 weeks back of a billionaire, a self-made or self-claimed billionaire man have to tell a 25-year-old young black man to cut off his hair if he actually wants to go for a business dinner for him with him. Like you just to go for a business dinner. This self-claimed billionaire have to tell this 23 is it 25 years old guy that have grew his dread to his waistlands to actually cut it off because he claims that he's a billionaire and he want to change his life. But if it was someone of pan colored person with a very long hair, he wouldn't be asked to cut off his hair or because they want to go for a dinner. It's not possible. But because it has to do with people of someone, the guy have to do that because everybody want to survive. Even we are still treated badly in this society of today. How could you tell a 25-year-old young guy that have been growing his dread for half of his years in life to cut it off because you want this person to come for a business dinner? You've not even given him the job yet. You've not even given him any contract. It's just a simple dinner. So you have to ask this person to cut off his hair. This is one thing. This is what we're talking about. If it's us wearing stuff like this, oh my god, it's discrimination. You have to cut it off. You want to come for if you want to get a job, you have to cut it. You want to go to school, you have to cut it off. If you want to come for a dinner with us, you have to cut it off. But if they're the one wearing it, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's just hair. You can wear it, you can do anything you want to do with your hair. Like why this discrimination? Of course I know. Why am I even asking? It's normal. So that's why if anyone is offended by this, it's so like the person have the right to, because you won't treat A differently from the way you treat B. And this A and B is actually doing the same thing, but you are just doing that because of the color difference. It's really make any sense. So lovelies. If you watch up to this extent, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So why not please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one. And guys, happy Easter to you all. Just leave me your own sense in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or what. We're just here for educational, informative purposes, guys. Please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.